නමෝ තස් භගවතු අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස් භගවතු අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස් භගවතු අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස. Homage to the worthy one, the Blessed One, fully enlightened Buddha. Namo Buddhaya. Dear friends in Dhamma, we were discussing the Samma Ditti Sutta of Majjhima Nikaya, and we have completed certain episodes or certain section of this sutta, and today also we continue to discuss another aspect or another description or another explanation of Samma Ditti. What is Samma Ditti? Samma Ditti means right view. Right view can be very subjective right view and also very objective right view. But in Buddhism, we are talking about objective, analytical, insight right view. It is a right view applicable to all equally, regardless of color, race, gender, age, and without any discrimination. It's a universal application of the seeing things as they truly are, seeing things as they really are. So today we are going to discuss birth. It's called Jathi in Pali language, and birth. So Buddha said, if a noble disciple who wants to understand the right view, the Venerable Sariputta said, the person who wants to understand the right view, he must understand the birth, secondly, arising of the birth, thirdly, cessation of the birth, and the fourthly, the way leading to cessation of birth. Here in Buddhism, birth means there are four types of birth explained by the Buddha. And for example, in case of humans, in case of those who are born in the womb, the birth point or the life starting point is the day where the child or animal is come into the womb. The very first day is considered the real birth of a person, not the day baby or an elephant or a horse coming out of the mother's womb. So in Buddhist view, for the humans and the other beings who are born in wombs, the birth point or the time of birth is considered as the birth or the conception taking place at the womb of the mother. So then there are four types of birth explained in Buddhism. The first type is the birth in a mother's womb. The second type is the egg-born. Any creature or any birds who lays the egg and waits for maturity of the infant or the maturity of the creature that is inside the egg. Once he reached the proper maturity, he comes out of the eggshell, breaking the eggshell, it comes out to the world. So this is called egg born. And the third is called sansedaja, or where there's like moisture, and some places where there's a lot of water resources or humid. And when this situation is there, there can be the worms and other kinds of insects or creatures can be born. This is called egg born. This is called sansedaja, where there is moisture. And the last one is quite specific, and we might wonder, it can be happen or is it possible? In Buddhism, apart from human world, there are other realms, such as heavenly realms is called Devaloka, and Devaloka has Tavatimsa, Yama, Nibbana, Rati, Paranimita, Vasavati. There are 6 heavenly realms, and also 16 Brahma world. So in these both realms, Devas and the Brahmas are reborn in this heavenly world spontaneously. So they don't need mother or father together give rights, or give mother and father, there must be mother and father for their birth. No. For heavenly beings, there is no mother and father. They are spontaneously born according to the merits, good, wholesome karma they have accumulated while they are in the human world or while they are in another Deva world. So friends, these 4 types of birth is the birth we are talking about in this Dhamma sermon. And when a person is born to the world, it is inevitable, it is unavoidable that the birth has its own weaknesses or its own shortcomings. For example, when we are born, we are very happy. We want to grow bigger and stronger and taller. All these are the dreams of the children. In actual fact, if you consider in an insightful way about our birth, how, if we analyze the birth, how this birth can give rise to, how this birth can give deep understanding into our true nature of our human existence. So when birth is there are 3 main characteristics of birth. What is the 3 main characteristics? Uppado paññāyati. Everything in this world you can see arising or appearance or starting of the birth. And secondly, vayo paññāyati. You can also see that it is going to an end, it is coming to an end, it is getting to a point where it's come into destruction, come into the cessation, come into the non-existence. That is called vayo paññāyati. Titassa aññatattam paññāyati. Also, you can see that this body also changing. Our mind also changing, our body is also changing. So this is a true nature of our mind and body. Even our mind are changing so faster, so quickly, even we cannot understand, we cannot grasp how quick, how fast, how rapidly our mind is changing. That is the nature of our mind. Not only that, according to our understanding, our body also has a nature of changing. The moment we are born until we die, our internal organs, such as our blood, such as our cells in the body, are also changing. They are constantly changing. Every second, every moment, every hour, every day, every month, every year, like every 3 months, we are born as new human being. The person, your neighbor or anyone who see me or see you, they think, oh, our neighbor is going, our friend is going. But actually, our friend, our neighbor, the person, I who is observing, all are changing, all have changed. All have changed, all are changing. It is inevitable process. It is unstoppable process. So that is why we need to come into the right perspective about our birth. Normally people, when they have birthdays, they celebrate in a grand scale, in a very with a very proud mentality. Actually what happened is, on our birthday, we have lost another year to live. That is the meaning of birthday. So it's okay, you cut cakes, you enjoy the nice cakes on your birthday, and your friends come and wish you happy birthday. But if you live in a not a superficial level, if you live in a very deep level, you can understand this, the cause of this decay, cause of this our body becoming changed. So that is the nature of our birth. So uppado panyayati, you can see the birth, and you can see vayo panyayati, destruction of the birth. And not only that, while you are living in this world, it is changing into something else, changing into something different. So therefore, change is manifested everywhere, always, everywhere. So why we should learn, why we should understand the birth? What are the benefits? What are the good things we can gain by learning birth? The first thing is, we have birth because of bhavatanha. Bhavatanha is the craving for rebecoming, the desire for rebecoming. So we can understand that we are changing every day, every moment, every second. So this change happen because of we are born. So when we are born, why we are born? According to the dependent origination, we are born because of we are rebecoming. Bhava, or come into existence again and again. Because of bhava pacchaya, because of this becoming, rebecoming, come into existence again and again, that is why we are born. So we need to cut off this cycle of existence. So in order to cut off this cycle of existence, we need to cut off this kama tanha, the desire for sensual pleasures, bhava tanha, the desire for rebecoming, or to desire, want to rebirth, and vibhava tanha, another tanha is called, craving is called vibhava tanha, the desire of rejecting yourselves or rejecting the desire to live. So all these three types of cravings are working inside our mind, and sometimes we are understanding our own cravings, sometimes we don't understand our own cravings, ourselves, and we are in ignorance, we are in darkness, and we don't understand the nature of our mind working, nature of the true nature of ourselves. Therefore, friends, the understanding birth is very important to realize the true nature, or realize the real nature of the universe, real nature of our life, real nature of our existence. So when this was explained by the Venerable Sariputta, the monks was very delighted, and monks was very happy that how we preserve how we perceive the birth. In order to break this cycle of birth and death, the Venerable Sariputta has explained the characteristic of our Jathi. That is, one characteristic of our birth is we tend to face, it is inevitable that we are going to change and we are going to decay. Yankinchi samudaya dhammang sabbanta nirodham. Whatever arising, whatever they are in the world are arising, they have the nature of passing away, they have the nature of changing. So this changing nature can be understood if you observe our body, our birth, our physical body every day. Maybe you had good hair, nice hair, black hair, but as times pass by, it become gray or white, and you may have nice skin and it began to wrinkle. So these are inevitable nature of our birth. So we need to understand that in order to understand this nature, we need to observe our physical movements, our physical nature, physical appearance, and realize that our body is impermanent. Our thoughts also impermanent. So when our body is changing, we will not be upset, we will not be sad, because we are every day reflecting our body as something changing, something goes on and on and on. This process, it is changing. So therefore, friends, we have to reflect about our birth, how the origins of birth, how it gives the cessation of the birth, and the way leading to the cessation of birth. So this is based on the Four Noble Truths. Understanding the birth also help to understand Four Noble Truths. So therefore, friends, let us examine and understand our true nature. And Buddha said, birth is suffering. Jatipi dukkha, Jarapi dukkha. When birth is there, the decay comes, and decay also suffering. And when there is a birth, there is also sickness. Sickness also not something pleasant, we don't like. Sickness also coming. Sickness is also suffering. Then when we are born, we also have to associate people who we don't like. We hate them. We don't like to associate with them. So when we are born, we also have to face this kind of situation. And also, when we are born, we also have to left or separated from loved one. So this is the nature of the birth. So when a coroner or a medical officer examine the cause of death, they always say this is due to the coronary heart disease or kidney failure or multiple organ dysfunction or whatever. But actually, why people are dead? Because they are born. If you go to the root of the death, actually it is the root of the birth. So therefore, friends, we need to understand our life deeply and reflect about our life deeply, and we must use this birth wisely. We must use our body wisely to save others, to serve others, and to help others, to use our energy, use our strength, use our all the resources in a meaningful way, very useful way, so that our birth has a meaning, or our life has a meaning, so that we can, one hand, understand the true nature of us. On the other hand, we can be happy that we have used our body in a wise way while we are living. So may the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha bless you and guide you and protect you. Namo Buddhaya.